Hello everybody. Let's wait a second to see if anybody hops on. If not, we'll just keep on going. Used to have like this countdown. I don't see it anymore. Maybe Facebook has changed some stuff. Would not surprise me. Well, there's one person. I can see an eyeball with one. When you hop on, make sure you comment. Say hello. I have missed you all. And after trying to catch up this week, I am back doing a live, and we are going to be gifting a kit today. So how's everybody's Saturday going? We've already been out on our bikes. Mr. Pixie and I have electric bikes, and a friend of ours that, actually a couple that went to Italy with us, they needed Mr. Pixie to look at their pool, make sure it was working properly. So since they live in the area, right, in our general area, we're like, let's just take the bikes, right? The weather outside's beautiful, but it's getting windy, and it's supposed to change tomorrow. It's supposed to get down our lows into the, not real cold, 69. It's probably, yesterday was in the low 90s. So that was pretty hot. Anyway, so let's see, make sure you say hello. Let's see if I can even see your oh, I can't see comments, so maybe it was, oh shoot, we're gonna be in trouble. Well, hi Diane, thank you. Oh good, I can see someone's, I should have had, as usual I'm not prepared, because we're gonna, well that's right, at the end of the live what I'll do is figure out what we're gonna do for everyone to be able to chance to win, and I'll just look at my phone, right? I don't need to see my computer or whatever. So today I'm going to be showing you one of our kits that I released while I was gone. It's called the Flower Power Kit. You may have seen our affiliate Amanda working on hers, but I really, I was like searching my brain to try to come up with something different. It's a very basic kit. It's only $24, very, very basic. I'll tell you what comes in it, and then I'm going to show you what I have done with one panel. So the first thing, now that I've said that, it comes with two 9x12 canvas panels. And I'll show you a picture and then the product. So here it is. It comes with a full sheet of the wildflower transfer. Now this is one that we have had some, some of them have like, I don't know, I hate to use the word defective or issues, but it's like where the black ink does not want to stick down. So I'm going to show you what I do to fix it. You're going to get a flower stencil. May not be this one because I had several of these green ones, and it's the one I happened to get. My daughter sent this to me, and she just randomly picked them. I had several of those, but then after we put those in the kits, everybody else is going to get something really random, but a beautiful flower. You're going to get pixie dough. You're going to get a random mold, whether it's a floral, leaf, butterflies. I happen to get a floral mold. You are going to get a sample of pixie dough. And, oh, and then you're going to get 5 wood cutouts. And if they look very similar to the cards from the heart, you would be right. I had a lot of these left over. And so when I was putting together this kit, it really, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go through my stash. I'll buy a bunch of stuff. I go through my stash, and then I decide how, maybe later on to put together a little kit for you that is, you know, pretty affordable. So $24, it's pretty affordable. You will get 5 of these. And if I remember right, you're going to get a piece of twine. Anyway, that doesn't matter. When you order it, you'll see. So what I've already, and that's, I've already cut it out, because I'm going to show you what I am doing with my kit. So like I just said, it came with 2 9x12 canvas panels. You know, we're getting ready to start our house. It's in the design process, but I'm going to need decor because we're going to have 2 apartments below in the basement level. So I thought, you know what if I just make some wall decor with these? And I want them to be hung together, but I don't want them exactly the same. So let me show you what I did with my first panel. And I am really pleased with it. So just to kind of point out, right, you get the 9 by 12 panel, you're going to get some kind of floral, butterfly leaves or whatever, and I use these here. You're going to get some wood cutouts, like one big one. This is just one of the, I think, 3 designs. And then these are the transfers. So I'm going to show you, I decided I didn't want to paint the transfers. I wanted to put paper under them. So let's start out first though. I'll kind of show you what I did there. I've already cut these 2 out. So what I did is I literally cut it around the outline, right? Okay. And all I'm doing on these, I'm using 2 of them. And that's this one. And I used similar paper, similar colors, so they all coordinate. I'm going to put that aside for a second. I'm going to paint the background of, oh my God, I am working in such a tight space right now. So make sure if you hop on, I only see 1 comment, so hopefully you're gonna come on and say hi, tell me where you're from. So the colors I decided I wanted to use on my background is Oreo cookie dough, which is a very pale gray. I'm gonna bring this down. There we go. A very pale gray mixed with marshmallow, okay? So let's just get started on that because I'm going to have to dry it before I can decoupage. So hopefully I'll be able to stick around for the whole live, and before I sign off, I will pick a winner. So I'm going to use my Little D. This is like an all-time favorite brush. It's $23. It's made with natural and synthetic bristles, and I want you to know something. Someone has been spreading untruths about Paint Pixie, and I just found this out this past week. A competitor is telling people that I am using boar's hair, that's the natural bristle, that has been extracted inhumanly, and that is not the truth. These boars are farmed specifically, just like sheep. They get sheared. Someone is saying, oh, that they're picking their hair out of, I mean, really, come on now. So this is the kind of stuff, I'm sorry, that kind of upsets me, because I am a really kind, ethical company with a lot of integrity, and I'm not going to tell you who said this because it was told to me in confidence after hearing it from this business owner, and it's somebody who's really big in the furniture world. So and I don't want to cause any problems for anybody, but there are no animals harmed, okay? Just know that. There are no animals harmed. They are bred for this purpose. They're sheared. They're not plucking out their hair. That would break my heart. All right, so with that said, you can see what I'm doing is I'm just dipping my brush into both colors. And I just want to kind of do a crosshatch. What I'm trying to do is just kind of get a little bit of a mottled look. All right. Here we go. You know, I actually could probably, well, you know what? I started one way, I will finish that way. Because I was thinking I could actually just squirt right onto the surface. But, you know, like I said, I started one way, better to just finish it. I will be stenciling also on this background. One of the things when I was trying to decide what I wanted to do for this kit, I was looking at some of my decoupage paper, and I was going to decoupage it. And then I thought, wait a minute, I have stencils that I could use to just kind of create that same look as my decoupage paper and that way I can save that paper for something bigger, right? Something better maybe. All right, so I'm going to stick this in the water. We're going to dry this real quick. Actually, you know what? While that's drying, that way it'll kind of give it a chance to dry a little bit. You know, and I'm sorry if anyone is commenting other than Diane. Diane's comment is the only one I can see. I am hearing that that's happening with other people. So what we might have to do is at the end, when I ask the question, whatever, we'll wait till I might have to wait till the live is over so that I can pick a winner. And it might be just as easy as I might just scroll. So I guess you won't even have to be live, but I'd love for you to be live. I just, I can only see one comment, but I see 16 of you watching. So what I want to do is, out of the wood cutouts, I do want to use this one because it's going to coordinate pretty well with this 5-flower, right? So I've already cut out a piece of decoupage paper that's going to coordinate with my other ones. So let's get some force field on here. So force field is our premium sealer, but you can use it for decoupage medium. Also with the meltdown, they make a great decoupage medium. And I can see it's going to soak right into my wood, so I'm going to end up just kind of putting on some really thick coats. Typically, I like to paint my wood or pre-seal it, so let's see if this is going to work for us, since I didn't do either. All right. Hopefully this is going to work. Okay. You know, I cannot find my brayer. It's here somewhere. I've been trying to put my tools away in places where I might remember. Well, obviously I didn't remember where my brayer went. And I'm just going to cut that. And I may need to glue the edges a little better. I'm going to use this emery board to get, I mean, because this is really tight in between here. Oh, there, that works. So an emery board, like this metal one, is really thin. Oh, I'm going to have to, I can see it now, I'm going to have to put some more force field down. I probably should have used actual glue for this, but I didn't. So again, this is the Flower Power Kit for $24, and I'm just trying to show you a way to use it to make it look more, you know, not so basic. A lot of times with my kits, what I do is I like to just give you some products, right, like in this one, and they're for you to use your imagination. It's not so much to complete a project with it. Although you could, you definitely could, especially with that large transformation. But I wanted to show you, you know, something different, you know, kind of thinking out of the box. All right. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to need to put more force field on these edges. That's all right. At least this is small. Okay, we're almost there. If I could reach my outlets, I'd probably even consider plugging in an iron, but oh my God, what a mess I have going here. I came home. I have so many boxes of supplies for kits. And then I get a phone call from my daughter yesterday, and she's like, Mom, I'm running out of room in my where she processes like all the orders and brings all the supplies from the storage unit home. And I didn't have the heart to tell her, I have got so many boxes here. So I'm going to have to hold on to them. A lot of them are Christmas items that sometime either the end of the month, by November 1st, we'll release them. But I'm speaking of like the holidays and Christmas, I'm super excited about the kits we're coming out with. Oh, tomorrow I'll be demonstrating our October kit, and I'll give you a hint. It's not wall decor. It's something useful, and I hope you will love it. I didn't get a chance to make one ahead of time just to see if I'm going to like it. You know what? So I'm going to work on it with you. And I'll probably gift one of those too, because you know me. I'm always gifting. Whoops. Find me a rag. All right, so I'm going to finish drying this real quick. Gosh. While I'm drying it, I'm going to pull my iPad out and see if I can turn it on. And see if there's anybody commenting. Maybe nobody wants to talk today, right? So I'm going to get this dried really well so I can decoupage the other two flowers on here. Oh, wait. Before I decoupage, sorry, I'm trying to make this easier for you to see. But, so I'm like crunching down. I want to stencil something here, but let me get my iPad up. And, well, oh gosh, I have no battery, so that doesn't do me any good. We are just batting 1,000 today, as they say, aren't we? All right, that's okay. It is what it is. Next then, so I went digging through all my stencils, and sometime at the beginning of the year, maybe the end of last year, I bought a pack of a bunch of like French stencils, and it came with this one with a lot of writing on it. So I decided this is going to be my all over background. And if you're just jumping on, I cannot see comments. I don't know why. There. Oh, Cindy Carroll, hi. Finally, I'm singing. Renee Sharp, thank you. Oh my gosh. In case you didn't see it, this is half of this kit. It's the Flower Power Kit for $24. So I'm just kind of showing you some different ways you can use it. Alrighty, so I'm going to just put that in the water for now. Now, for my writing, I used a combination of Oreo cookie dough and Foggy Martini. Ooh, hopefully there are more who comment, might kick in seeing the comments. Maybe that's it, Patty, right? I don't know why, but honestly, the Paint Pixie followers have always been really quiet. I don't know if it's because a lot of them are furniture painters, and we tend to be very introverted. So there's not always a whole lot of chatter going on, but what I love about the craft world is that all of you talk to each other, or commenting, and when you comment, it really helps Facebook. It shows, like, our algorithm goes up, and it tells Facebook you like what you see and blah, blah, blah. All right, so I'm using my 1C brush. It is perfect for stenciling, and that's really why I came out with it. I always want to tap off the excess, though. And I'm just I'm going to swirl it. Most of the time you probably see me tap, but for some reason, maybe because this brush is so soft and beautiful, I swirled the other panel. So I want to keep it consistent and the same. And I don't even care if I don't get all the letters, right? Because I want it to look a little bit vintagey and worn. Cracks me up. Have you ever tried to read these? Sometimes you can. Sometimes I can pick out words. This is nothing. This is more like gibberish. All right, that's one. And I'm just going to line the top of my stencil right up underneath that other part. And I'm not so much blending my colors together because I don't want to overblend. I just, in areas I can see where some of the letters are darker than others. So again, that just kind of lends to that whole faded look. So now I'm going to have to move it over up here. Okay, now I have still plenty of paint on my brush and plenty of paint on the stencil. The only thing, because this I'm not pouncing, I have to be really careful not to go over the edge of my stencil. That's where it would have been maybe wise to tape it. So this now, I'll need this, well, I can always use a different brush. So this is where we're at right now, right? Okay, I don't know if anyone else. Hey, Chauncey, how are you? And Judy. All right, so the next thing I want to do is, I'm going to dry it because the next step for me, although that's not necessarily true, I have another stencil I want to use, and it's this one. It came out of the same kit. That French stencil came with like, God, I forget, I think more than 7, 9, 10. It was really cheap. It wasn't expensive at all. And I want to use this B. But I'm thinking I want to use it at the top, and then if I put this on next, I can then position my flowers. I think that's what I'm going to do. So what I did on the other one, and this is where I do want to keep it pretty consistent, I used French macaron with the marshmallow. So I'm going to just take my little tray here that I used before and just put the French macaron next to it. Let me grab a little stencil brush right here. Oh, this might be too small. And grab a little bit bigger one. And I'm going to just eyeball it. I think my paint's still wet, so it's kind of sticking. All right, I think that will work. Same thing, you want to offload. Now this one I think I am going to pounce. Just do it a little different. And I'm thinking this will be super cute. It could be in a bathroom, right? These hanging together. They will coordinate. Because I'm sure you've been in stores where they have like a whole series of coordinating pictures and paintings. So it's going to be really light, right? So that's all I need there. Put that in the water. Put that aside. While that's drying, let's do this. we can start making our flowers. I am not really sure how many of these I'm going to use, so why don't I just make one of each for now, because my thought is to cluster, to probably decoupage and put the wood here and then kind of put a few trailing down like I did on the other one. So if you've never used pixie dough, oh my God, you are missing out. It's a foam clay and it's so fun to work with. And for that big, actually for a really big, it's a big pack, that it's $10 and it goes such a long way. You will get more uses out of our pack of pixie dough than you will any other dry clay, air dry clay. And believe me, I have used many, many brands of air dry clay. You know, and you want to make sure you cornstarch, which I did prior to the live. I went ahead and cornstarched my mold. You want to put a generous amount. This doesn't look like it has a generous amount, but it's because it's got the residue of the flowers I casted yesterday. Pretty? So pretty. And again, if, you know, I can only see, I don't know why, so many comments, and that's it. I don't know if no one's commenting or not. Maybe you're just not commenting. But I can see right up to Patty Face Smith, right under Chauncey's name. So if that's the last comment, then we're good. I've heard so many presenters or artists saying that they can't see their comments, and this is the very first time for me that this has happened. All right. So, like I said, you're going to get a sample of this, and I'm going to tell you, the sample pack you're going to be able to make so much more than just 3 little flowers, believe me. And I know you hear Lisa and the other creators saying that, because it's true. It goes a long way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and leave that for there, there for now. I don't think I'm going to need more than 3. You want to make sure you always close up your bag. Remember, it's air dry, so if you don't, it's going to start drying up and it'll start drying your corners and your edges. And believe me, I've done this before. Uh-oh. Heard something fall. Hopefully nothing too important. Alrighty, so I'm going to just dry this again real quick. Oh no, wait, I'm decoupaging. I keep forgetting that. Alright, so, and it's dry enough for decoupage. So I have to decide, I'm thinking I want to cluster these right here. And then continue with a little cluster here, right? What do you think? That way, it's, see this one? It's different, right? They'll coordinate, but be different. That's my thought. Without, I can bring this up a little bit. I can cover a little bit of the blue. I mean, it really wouldn't matter. I wish I could see your if you're commenting. I'm sorry I can't see them. Thinking maybe like that, like this, and then we just let a little cluster coming down this way. So I'll have to figure out, because I already see in my own head what I feel is missing. Maybe I'll have to get like a little jewel. I've got all those crowns. Maybe I'll do is put a crown up here. I feel like it's already, I can see it missing dimension, something dimensional. But for right now, let's just set it all aside. Now, I think I want to put my big one on first. right? Now I haven't decided, and you know, I'm thinking oh no, this one, what I'm thinking, I can use my force field. I haven't decided how I want to hang these. In my mind, I'm thinking I might want to get two really pretty frames and either paint them gold if they're not gold already. And then if I frame them, especially if I could get something really pretty with a little bit of an actual substantial frame, it'll make these look bigger than they actually are. Or do I want to maybe get some gold, like maybe like cording? That's an option. Maybe with like a little tassel hanging off the side. But I thought, you know, until I move and I'm ready to hang this, I don't have to do anything. Oh, this is a big flower. I like my brayer better than this because the brayer is rubber, but this works. That works. Go ahead. I like to go ahead and decoupage the top as well. Oh, although, oh no, shoot. Hopefully, I've got air bubbles. And now that I've decoupaged the top, I see them. And I'm so afraid I'm going to ruin this. Right? Darn it, Josi. I don't want to pick it up because it'll tear. Oh, I wish I knew what I did with my brayer. See, like I said, the rubber on the brayer would have been better because it's flexible. This is not flexible. I'm going to grab a push pin and see if I can't make a little hole. Woo, that wind's blowing. I'm not happy with that, but I may not have a choice. Let's see if it'll shrink down. One thing, I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes when your decoupage medium is wet, and then as it dries, it shrinks, the paper shrinks, and that is working. I see it now. Okay. That worked. All right, so this one I definitely want to make sure I glue it really well. So you can see I've got coordinating papers. They actually don't all come from the same little piece. I just used some 6x6 paper. I don't want to cover too much of this. I like that. So maybe I'll just keep it like that. Right? I can actually use this to cover part of this since I kind of messed that up. Let's see what I can make sure I get plenty on here. I mean, that's soaking wet. I don't know how much more than that I can do. And I'll come out from the middle. There we go. Take my brayer, well, take my roller, it's not really a brayer. I thought that was going to work. Back in the day when I wallpapered, I would take an X-Acto knife and I would make a slit and then the air bubble would go through it, but You know what? I think I'm going to end up maybe covering it. That'll help. But I'm not, oh shoot. Oh my gosh, I did it wrong. I was supposed to, that's all right. I'll have to cut it out. I was supposed to put my transformation on here first. Shoot. We'll see how I can fix that. Now, before you put on your transfers, you always want to make sure it's thoroughly dry underneath it or it won't stick. This is something I always say, oh, it's a cardinal sin, because I really should be letting this dry for several hours before applying the transfer. But since I'm on live, I don't have that luxury. So I'm just going to have to dry this really, really well. So let's see, cannot see comments, only up to a certain person. I apologize. All right, so let's see how we're gonna make this work. See, right, that's where I'm going to want to cut it, right here. Okay, let's see what happens. Cut around it, and I'm cutting on the left side of the blue line. Okay. Oh, you know what? It'll be fine. It'll work. I think it's a little warm. Let's see if this is going to work or not. This poor little transformation, it has been moved and shoved around. And that's one thing with transfers. You want to be really careful about not getting them, not bending them, not, moving them around a lot. Because once they're bent, they may not want to stick properly. So, ooh, looks like that's coming off. Okay. I'm just using a popsicle stick. That's all I ever use. It's actually my favorite tool. I like them better than the plastic tools you get from the other brands. There we go. Oh, for those of you who didn't know, I just got back from Italy a week ago, actually. And we were there for 3.5 weeks with 6 other friends. And it was so much fun. We started in Sicily, did that for a week. We took, while we're in Sicily, we did 2 cooking classes. And I don't like to cook. And I'm not going to lie, the least favorite part of one of them is making pasta. I've decided I don't like making pasta. It's too much work. And maybe I would if I liked to cook, but it seems that I don't like to cook. But some of the dishes we're supposed to get recipes for, and I do want to try them because they were super simple. It was more like some of the sauces. So I'm going to have to make sure the owner of the tour company, and the tour company is called Food and Wine Vacations, and I'm telling you, what a great company to work with. And we stayed in some beautiful places. My favorite place actually was Tuscany, And we stayed in a private villa. And the owner is a chef, so she cooked for us all but one night. And the one night she didn't cook, actually she did cooking class for us one night, and then the night she didn't cook at all, we went to her cousin's house for a cooking class. So we had a lot of cooking classes. All right. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to fill in those areas, okay? So this is what's happening with this particular transfer. We considered one of our free transfers. They're $1.50, and all that does is cover our packaging cost to ship to you. And, you know, the cost of paying somebody to stick it in their package. All right. Oh no, that didn't go on right. There we go. Let's see if this is going to stick on this side because I picked it up. Oh. All right. Yeah, I kind of messed that up right there, but I can fix that. Not a problem. All these outlines can be fixed with a marker or paint. Problem is, you know, the force field is still so fresh, even though I dried it. But you know what? This is mine. I'm going to make it work, and it's still going to look really nice at the end. There we go. Whoops. One way you can tell when it's sticking is the paper, the plastic gets cloudy looking. So that's when you know it's sticking to your surface. And sometimes you'll hear like a little popping sound as it's sticking and you're pulling up. Here we go. Okay, see? So since I know I'm going to stick this on, I'm thinking maybe, right, you can see what I'm doing. Maybe what I do is decide where this is going to go. And then just kind of cluster these, I think is what I want to do, right? And you know, this could be really cute, this one up here, even if I make one, or maybe, I have so many totally dazzled things. Maybe I'll put a totally dazzled thing there too. Thing, right? Thing, jewel. All right. I'm gonna stick that down. And then I'm going to show you how I fix this transformation. And I'm just using Aleene's tacky glue, fast grab tacky glue. That's all. It's because I'm actually charging my hot glue gun. There we go. I'll just do that. Now, the easiest way to fix this is, if you don't want to paint it, is get a marker. And you could even cut out this whole black. I should have bought a fine marker yesterday when I was out, and I didn't think about it till I got home. That's okay. The tip of this little chiseled edge works. So they look like little dashes, and all I'm doing is filling in the dashes. That's all. So when you get this transformation and you see that these little areas don't want to stick, don't stress about it. Just get yourself a marker or some black paint and fill it in. See how easy that is? Okay. There we go. There we go. Right? Not that big a deal. Don't stress over it, right? Don't stress the small stuff, as they say. All right, so let's paint our flowers. We'll set that aside for a second. I don't need those anymore. So my flowers, you know, kind of thinking, oh, I wish I could see your comments because I would like your opinion, but the other ones are pink. I probably should leave them the same color. I'll leave my flowers the same color. You know, worst comes to worst, if I ever want to change, you know, once I get these all put together, I can change the color of the flowers. So we're going to be using Violet Lemonade, which is our bright pink, and I absolutely love it. Marshmallow again. And you know what, I'm just going to reuse the brush I was using with the force field. I can just paint with it. So I do want to get my edges of this mold. So again, I am working with our Flower Power kit. It is $24. It's just one of those little kits I have put together because I had a lot of stuff that I bought and realized I never used them. So I thought, you know what, let's put together, this kit actually has been, I've had it for a few months sitting in storage and I forgot all about it. And you get a lot of good stuff with it. And what I'm trying to do is show you, you know, a pretty way to put this together other than, you know, giving it dimension like with the molds and layering some stencils. So this one comes with a stencil that you'll see. I'm just going to use it. It's not my bee stencil or my French stencil. That was my own. That's not part of this kit. You'll get a flower stencil or, yeah, flowers, sorry. Everybody will get a floral. And they won't all be the same. Well, some will be. Some will be the green ones like I have, because I had a few of those. But most of them are going to be different. Okay. All right, almost. Right? Now, I am going to just wipe it off. I'm not going to stress about that. I'm going to take my marshmallow and just start kind of dry brushing it. And meaning, I'm doing a really light, I'm barely touching the surface actually. yeah, maybe this is better because I can use, this one is, maybe has more white, but you still see the pink. That way they're alike, but not exactly alike. And then I'm also going to layer some gold on top, so we'll see when I'm done here how I like these. Okay. Maybe I do. I want to come back in with just a little bit here at the bottom. Like that. Just when you keep layering like this, it just even, you know, gives it more and more dimension. All right, for now I'm gonna leave that. Like I said, I can always go back later. You know, if I want to continue, like maybe add more pink or whatever. So now I'm going to just use the tip of the brush like this. Just put it in the middle. Whoa. I got some here, and again, that's not going to be any big deal. And then I'm going to take some sour apple, and we're going to just kind of dot on top of that. All we're doing is creating layers, that's it. You know, you're still going to see the honeycomb, you know, like that. And then I'm trying to decide if I think I do. Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to glue these on, and then I'm going to come back with some 24K. Sometimes after they're glued on, I prefer to do that. Don't ask me why. And I'm going to probably put some 24K around the edge of this. And I am going to get something. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see. Now, oh wait, where's my other one? Oh. This might not work, but here's, oh, I love that. Okay, I think we're going to use that one. Then I have, hold on, okay. I even have, maybe this would be really cute to add the bee. We'll see. And then, my crowns, hold on. Oh my gosh. I gotta wade through. I think I'm gonna add a crown up here. See if I can find a smaller one that's kind of too big. Oh, okay. Oh, I wish I could see your comments. That's kind of big. I was thinking there's some gold in here, but I do have some Oh, that would probably work, this little one. Or I stick with silver, but that's pretty big. So I think this baby one in gold is going to have to work. Let's, if I can get it open. And then I need to grab my glue gun, I think. Or no, not my glue gun, my other glue, right? Yeah, that's the right size. This has got golds. I'm okay that the B is silver. I don't think I mind that at all. Kind of like that in threes. Or I can make the bee look like it's headed, oh, there we go, like pollinating the flower, right? It's the only bee I have because I used my other ones. Okay, let's see. Oh my God, I am trapped. I'm trapped, I'm telling you. Oh my goodness, okay. I have got to get in here and clean it up. All right, I can already see I don't like this one. No, like it. No, like. And sometimes that's what happens, like when you're dry brushing something, you have such like little bits of paint on that when you're painting over something darker like this, the white over the pink, it ends up looking sheer afterwards. All right, let's move these aside for a second. Got my 24 karat, right? My 24 karat. And I'm really barely taking any on the tip of my brush. I want to put some, and I'm going to move these off for a minute because I'll end up picking up the board, and I do want to put them on the edge of the flower. I feel like there was a little bit of water in there. And then I like to take my finger like that and soften it. And again, right, just a tiny bit. Also, in case you didn't know, we have a super cute Halloween kit out. You get to choose either 5 banners or 2 6x6 boards, and you get wood cutouts and paper, and you get some bling. I thought that kind of makes some cool, scary eyeballs. And that kit's only $15. So if you have kids or grandkids, you could get the 5-piece banner and everybody work on a section. Oh, I do need to put so let's do this while I've got it out. I'm gonna put it around the edge. I'm like Lisa Ahmad from Craft Therapy with Lisa Ahmad. She and I just have this love for our golds. I mean, there's time I'll use some other color, but gold is my go-to. And if you've never bought our paint before, we do sell everything comes in a 2-ounce bottle so that you can try it. And then right now we've got our quarterly paint pack where you get to pick some magical chalk paint, some liquid pixie dust. It comes with, I think it's Meltdown this month, and a brush. So something I did do, and I want to make sure I don't overdo this, I had put some gold just in between a little bit. Just a little. All right. So now, you know what I've decided? I'm going to go ahead and just put my gold here. Put it right on here. I'm even covering a large part of it. So these are going to be just a little different, but they're going to coordinate with the, what do you want to call it? What do you call it? Like the sister picture? It don't have to be alike. If I was hand painting something, no way would it be alike, right? Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, that will be so pretty on here. Gosh, I believe we're almost done. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this, and maybe I better do this before I put these on. I'm going to grab my white sand. So our white sand liquid pixie dust is actually very translucent in a sense compared to the others. And I'm just going to use my lid inside. Whoa! Well, there it goes. I got paint all over me. Oh, heck. Good thing it's an old shirt. All right. Let me grab another brush. And I'm going to just stencil the 5 petals so they coordinate with the other 5 petals going on. And just, right, they're already kind of random. And what's going to happen is you're only really going to see this. You probably can't even see it. I have to put it in a certain light so it shimmers. And sometimes I like to, see, I even have to do this so that I can see what I'm doing. I just want a few, I don't want a whole lot. And I do want to use the different sizes. Yeah. Maybe this one I'll do both of those. Right? they're actually pretty well placed. There. I think that'll work. Okay. Now, I've got my B7000 I'm going to use to glue these on. So, I've got to see, like, okay, so this one, what you do is you look for the high points, right? Which would be right up here. This is not going to get a whole lot of glue, and thank goodness it dries clear. And let's just hope I put them on the right spot. Do I even have enough on there? We'll leave it for a minute. We'll see. Hopefully it sets up. Okay. I like that. I think I'll use my Aleen's though for my flowers. Oh shoot, I'll get that after. Okay. Oh, you know what else I forgot to do? I forgot to seal my board. I can do that after, and I'll just work around my crown. Right, I kind of want a cluster like that. Okay. Oh, this kit went really fast. Oh my gosh, I stressed over that other panel that I felt it took me hours because I kept going back and looking and doing different things and uh-oh. Oh, it's starting to set. I'm sorry I can't see your comments. Hopefully you like this so far. The only thing left, maybe I don't do the bee. I had pulled out, although everything's gold, I have this big silver butterfly. I don't have a gold butterfly. I have this color. Or I mix my metals, and that one, for some reason I don't like this color. I think I could live with one of the silver butterflies. I feel like right here it needs something right here, or like the bee right there. I don't like the bee, but again, I don't know. I feel like it needs something up here. One thing I didn't do down here, maybe I don't need to. See these leaves? I handmade those leaves. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't do the same. Put a few here. Just to tie it in that way. Darn it, I wish I could see your comment. Let me just open these up. The other one has a silver butterfly on it. weird to glue on. Probably have to glue it on like at the top there. That is so pretty though. Even though it's silver, I really like it. I think the reason I like it doesn't really stand out, but it adds something to it. So you know what? I like it better than this one. I like it better than the B. So I'm going to use it. And wow, that's going to be tough. Well, they didn't really, whoever designed this one didn't really give it a lot of thought as to how you're going to glue it on. And, you know, the expression hanging by a thread, well, that's what I feel like. There's such a small area for the glue that it's going to be hanging by a thread. Okay, we're going to give it a try, folks. Okay. Alrighty, let's see how it will look. Let me just try to make some small leaves and we'll kind of see how that might look, right? But this is where we're at right now. And again, I'm sorry I can't see your comments. Normally that's never happened to me before. And I'm assuming you're commenting, I don't know, maybe you're not. So what I did for the leaves, you know, I just pulled a piece out and I am kind of like just flattening it in a oval shape and literally kind of making kind of like a ruffle effect. And then, you know, like putting the center in. Yeah, maybe it does need a couple little leaves, right? So again, I just pulled it out. I'm going to make a smaller one this time. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to do it this way. Kind of get that part going and started. And again, I'm just squishing this and giving it kind of a ruffled look. And, you know, just distorting it even. That's what... Oh, maybe we're better off that way. I think I like it like this. Oh, that's my larger. Okay, maybe move. Kind of nice using that Aleene's because I can still move it. If I was using hot glue, I couldn't. Put these together. No. I like that the glue hasn't set because I can keep moving these. I've got to be careful. If I decide I want to put this in a frame, I have to be able to leave enough room for it to fit, right? Could tuck it underneath. And what I did is I just kind of ruined it. All right. Because what I want to do is paint these. Hold on. Paint them prior to gluing them on here. Make it fat. You know what? I'm going to wait on that. I need to play around with these flowers. Maybe I need to pull them off so that I can play around and you know, I still like the leaves up there, so I'm going to end up ruining my flowers if I'm not careful. If I decide to do leaves, I think they may go up here. Put that like that. So I think I used a lot of the kit, right? So the kit is the Flower Power kit for $24. It comes with 2 boards. Here we go. Comes with the 2 boards. Comes with a full sheet of these transfers. We call them transformations. Comes with a mold, and they're all different. The molds are, I forget how many of these. I think I had 10 different designs, so hopefully if you order more than one Flower Power, you don't get the same mold, but you're going to get a mold, you're going to get pixie dough, a stencil, and 5 of the wood cutouts, all for $24. All right, so since I cannot see comments, and I apologize for that, I'm going to get off the live, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll, and I'm going to pick somebody, and you will be receiving a Flower Power kit, and I hope that you enjoy doing it as much as I enjoy doing mine. And I will message you, so if I don't have your address, I will message you for your address. Does that sound like a good deal? All right, everybody, you have a great afternoon. Thank you for joining me. And then tomorrow, as usual, I never have a plan. Tomorrow we're going to launch our October kit. I'm super excited about that one because it is not a wall hanging. Nothing to do with wall. I mean, you could if you wanted to, I guess. It's something useful. And I think you're really going to love it. I know I do. So I'm going to shoot for 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Maybe do my live in the morning, kind of get it over with, and then I don't have to work for the rest of the day. Monday we're leaving for Utah, and I won't be back till Thursday. So probably should get a little bit R&R, but this is R&R to me. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me. I will see you tomorrow.